Okay, we're going to evaluate these expressions. First, I want to expand these exponentials here. So this will be a negative 2. And then we expand this into a negative 2 times negative 2. This next will be negative 3. Then we expand this negative 2 into a negative 2 times negative 2. Okay, now multiplication. The multiplication here will be 2 times 2 times 2, which is going to be 4 times 2, which is 8. And there were three negatives we were multiplying. So the rule is if you multiply by 3 negatives, the final product will be negative. So this will be a negative 8. Over here, we have 3 times 2 times 2, which is 6 times 2, which is 12. And here, there were a total of 3 negatives we were multiplying by, so the final must be a negative there. So we have a negative 8 and negative 12. And the rule says that same signs will add. So we'll get a 8 plus 12 is 20. Then the bigger sign wins, which is a 12, so that'll be a negative 20. Next, we want to expand the 3 here and the negative 3 there. So what we'll get is a negative 2, a 3, and a 3 here. Then a negative 2, and then a negative 3 and a negative 3 there. Okay, so let's multiply all these first. 2 times 3 times 3, which will be 6 times 3, which is 18. And this product is one negative, so if we multiply by one negative, the final product will be negative. And over here will be 2 times 3 times 3, which will be 6 times 3, which will be 18. And since there's 3 negatives, the final product will be 8 negative. All right, so these are same signs. Same signs are going to add, so we'll get 36. The bigger sign wins, and they're both the same sign, so it doesn't matter which one you use. So this will be negative 36. Next, we'll expand this. This will be a negative 4, and this will be a 3 and a 3. You notice that when we do expansions that we use parentheses, we continue with our parentheses. That kind of saves of any problems or protects us from any problems with the final negatives that we need to know the number in order to know what the product will be, negative or positive. Next will be negative 2, and we'll expand this into negative 3 and negative 3. All right, so let's multiply these, and 4 times 3 is 12, and 12 times 3 is 36. This has one negative, so one negative will be negative. And here we have 2 times 3 times 3, which is 6 times 3, which is 18. And we have a total of 3 negatives. 3 negatives, the product will be negative. So same signs we're going to add, so this is going to give us 54. And the bigger sign, 36, has a negative, so this 54 will have a negative. Okay, expanding this, we have a negative 4. And we have a 3 and a 3 in parentheses. A plus here, and now a 2, a negative 3, and a negative 3. Okay, so we have all expansion there. So let's multiply these first. I can do 9 first. 9 times 4, which is 36. And this has one negative in the multiplication sequence, so negative 36. And over here, we have 2 times 3 times 3, which is going to be 18. And this has a total of 2 negatives. So 2 negatives, the final product should be positive. So positive 18. Now these are different signs. And different signs are going to subtract. So I'm going to subtract these 2. So I'll get 8 and 1. Okay, 18. And the bigger sign wins, so 36 has a negative, so the final answer will have a negative. Lastly, this one right here, so 4 would expand the negative 2 here and there. And this will be a negative 2. We'll expand the negative 3 here and there. All right, so let's multiply these. This will basically be of a 4 times 4, which is 16. The total of 2 negatives here, and 2 negatives means the product is positive. And over here, we have a basically a 2 times 9, which is 18. And there's a total of 3 negatives. So 3 negatives will give you a negative. All right. So these are different signs. So different signs are going to subtract. So 18 take away 16 leaves a 2. The bigger sign wins. So the 18's negative is what we're going to put here. So that's a negative 2.